is back. Jacob Fatu turned on Solo Sikoa. And Seth Rollins is the new Mr. Money in the Bank. Money in the Bank 2025 was absolutely insane. Let's talk about it. To a brand new episode of Main Event Talk. And guys, this is the Main Event Talk episode for Money in the Bank 2025. And like I said earlier, it was absolutely insane, dude. And for Main Event Talk, this time we were doing 2 matches. I know we usually do either 1 or 3 matches, but this time we are doing 2 matches. We're going to be talking about the Money in the Bank ladder match, the men's Money in the Bank ladder match, which was by far, in my opinion, the greatest Money in the Bank ladder match of all time. At least my favorite, because I cannot think of a better ladder match, Money in the Bank ladder match that has ever happened in history. This was absolutely insane. Cannot wait to talk about it. And obviously the main event, which was John Cena and Logan Paul going up against the American Nightmare Cody Rhodes and Mr. Yeet Jey Uso Yeet in the tag team match in the main event, where R-Truth, Ron the Truth Killings came back. But yeah, we're going to talk about all of that. I still can't believe it, but we have some incredible setups here. This is one of the best setups I've ever made. This looks so sick. Can't wait to get into all this. We have 6 setups for each match. We have 6 setups for the tag match, the main event, and then 6 setups for the Money in the Bank ladder match. And guys, I really don't want to waste any more time. I just want to start talking about this incredible Money in the Bank show. Now, this match is absolutely insane. Like I said, some incredible spots done, and I would like to give myself just a bit of a pat on the back here, because I called so many spots in this match, dude, and also because what I'm talking about here is the Money in the Bank ladder match prediction match, which if you're watching this video, then you've definitely seen the Money in the Bank prediction match video that I put out yesterday at the time recording this video. My God, guys, just really quickly, thank you guys so much for giving that video so much love and support. At the time of recording this video right now, that video is at like 1,300 views. Like, dude, that is insane. That's my most viewed video. That is absolutely insane. That means the world to me. Thank you guys so much from the bottom of my heart. But I'll get into that a little bit at the end of the video. But I did call this spot. This was the Mexican Destroyer from Penta to Andrade. Through a ladder. He didn't do it like through a ladder, but he did it on top of a ladder. I did it like on the outside where it was bridged, but I basically called this spot. Very cool to see it, actually happen. Penta doing a Mexican Destroyer to Andrade. I believe he did it to Andrade, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he did. But it was such a sick spot. And then what was an even crazier, chaotic spot was when LA Knight and El Grande Americano were on the outside of the ring, and there was a ladder bridged up against there was a ladder bridged up against the post, and then there was this other ladder over there leaned against, or like on that side leaning against the post right there, right? And I didn't know what the heck they were going to do. They had it set up basically the entire match until this spot, so I didn't know what the heck was going on. And then they did this spot where LA Knight, first off, Penta was climbing the ladder, and LA Knight and El Grande Americano around the outside. It was a botched spot, but LA Knight did like this move, where he put him up there, put El Grande Americano up on the ladder. He climbed that ladder, jumped on top of that ladder, and put it up against the ladder that Penta was climbing, and leaped all the way up, climbed all the way up that ladder to go up to the top and headbutt Penta off the ladder, which I believe I also called as well. I had him doing a headbutt to Penta off of the ladder, stopping him. But yeah, so that was an absolutely sick spot, and I think I replicated it very well here. You can see he's literally climbing up this ladder, about to, hit Penta with a headbutt right there. This is one of my favorite setups out of all these. That was such a sick spot. And then there were also just a bunch of other really cool spots that I couldn't put all in here because first off, I don't have that many ladders, and second, I couldn't set up all these. It was just incredible. But we're just gonna skip past to kind of towards the end of the match, where business really picked up. Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed, Braun and Braun Security, came down to the ring, and they absolutely I just want to point out this, it's really not being looked over too much, but when Braun Breaker was running down that ramp, I don't have it set up, but he literally gave, remember that spear that he gave to Carlito before WrestleMania? He basically did it again, but he killed El Grande Americano this time, and he literally sold it like he just got shot right in his heart. But it was very very cool, and probably not very cool for El Grande Americano Americano. But that was the last we saw of El Grande Americano in that match. Braun Breaker absolutely sliced him in half with that spear. But yeah, they came down, they beat up everybody. But then after they beat up everybody, the Bloodline came down, and I also predicted this. Except it was the other way around. I predicted the Bloodline was gonna come out first, then Seth Rollins' crew. But I still called it. They came down, they brawled with each other. Braun Breaker literally speared JC Mateo through the barricade. This is my custom JC Mateo figure, by the way. I used it in the match. It's just a Rosie with a We the One shirt on there. But you can see he's spearing Rosie through the barricade. My God, he speared him like that was a legit spear. Like, that was very cool to see him spear him right through the barricade. Those who were out of the equation, then Bronson Reed and Jacob Fatu, they were getting at it. I forgot how Bronson Reed got out of the equation. I'm sorry. I completely forgot. It was probably something cool, but I just cannot remember what Bronson Reed did. But they came out, and then Solo Sikoa, the former Tribal Chief, was in the ring, and Solo Sikoa's, his enforcer, Jacob Fatu, was there to help him out, and Jacob Fatu, just like I predicted, he was helping him out. He went up on the ladder, and then he grabbed his foot, and he said, "I hate you, Solo!" The Samoan werewolf, Jacob Fatu, pulls Solo Sikoa down from the ladder and gives him a super kick, as I'm trying to replicate here. You see, obviously, he's doing a super kick to Solo Sikoa, but then he wasn't done yet. He went off the top rope, gave him a moonsault, and I thought he was going to do it off the ladder. That's how I predicted it. And I also predicted him, shoving him off the ladder, really, and then doing the moonsault off the ladder. But I still called the turning of Jacob Fatu on Solo Sikoa. That's another point for me. Something that I called in the match. And then he got Solo Sikoa. He had him up, and he threw him off of the apron through a ladder. I literally forgot what he did to him. I completely forgot how he sent him off, but he threw him off the apron, through the bridged ladder. It was so cool. You could see I got the bridged ladder thing that came with Kevin Owens Elite. You could see Solo Sikoa is down and Jacob Fatu is on the apron. But I cannot wait to see this match at SummerSlam, because I'm going to be there at SummerSlam. So that's going to be pretty cool. We'll probably see Jacob and Damian Priest at Night of Champions, and then this at SummerSlam. But yeah, I'm happy they didn't do this at WrestleMania, because the story really fitted with Money in the Bank. So it would have been rushed if they did it at Mania like people were thinking they were going to do, but this was perfect time, and this is the perfect place to do it, and I'm very happy that I got this prediction right. But now we go from a prediction that I got right to a prediction that I did not get right. And that prediction, that who I thought was going to win, was LA Knight. Yeah, after the third consecutive year of being in Money in the Bank, I thought third time's a charm, and that this was finally his year. But LA Knight lost, and Seth freaking Rollins won the Money in the Bank briefcase. They were dueling, and then Seth Rollins took out LA Knight, brought him down, and Seth Rollins became Mr. Money in the Bank. I'm completely fine with it. As long as one of those two won, I was happy, because I was debating on who I wanted to win in, my prediction video, but I wanted LA Knight to win. I wanted LA Knight to win the whole match, but, I'm still very cool with Seth Rollins winning. Can't wait to see what he does. Hopefully, he catches in at SummerSlam so that I can witness a cash-in for the second time. Actually, I was there at WrestleMania 40 when Damian Priest cashed in, so it'd be pretty cool to see Seth Rollins cash in. I know that place would go nuts when they hear "Burn It Down" during the World Heavyweight title match. I cannot wait, but still, pretty cool how Seth Rollins won. He's Mr. Money in the Bank. As you can see, I got Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed standing next to him. They celebrated with him alongside Paul Heyman. But yeah, very cool match. Very incredible match. Definitely, probably one of my favorite matches of the year, if not my favorite match. It's probably number 3 of my favorite matches of the year. Number 1 being the Triple Threat match at WrestleMania Night 1. Number 2 being the Royal Rumble match. And then this is number 3 for me, because, I don't know, just very, very, very good match. Best Money in the Bank match I've ever seen. Maybe not the best, but I really cannot think of a better Money in the Bank match than the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble match. Bravo to all those men who were in this match. They did an incredible job. All right, now let's talk about the main event match for the tag team title match. It wasn't for any title, but it was main event Jey Uso and Cody Rhodes going up against Logan Paul and John Cena. And I only have these two up here because, it was really cool to see them reunited once again. They're, your former tag team champions back in 2023. Cool to see them, so I got both their Ultimate Edition figures right there. Looking very cool. But yes, the beginning of this match, like majority of this match, about 80%, or, I guess maybe let's just say 75% of the match was pretty boring. Jey Uso was in there, just the whole time getting beat up by John Cena and Logan Paul. Something that I found very interesting is that Logan Paul and John Cena were like fighting, which I kind of guess was just a way to get the hot tag for Cody Rhodes. But still, I think it was pretty interesting to see what was going on with them. Maybe we'll see them clash, but I don't know. I don't think we need a John Cena versus Logan Paul match. I was fine with this being just a one-off thing. But yeah, so that whole thing happened with them, and then when Cody got tagged in, it started picking up, and really it started picking up. I'm not sure when. Okay, yeah, I think I know the order of when this happened, but the really cool spot, which I think was one of the coolest things they did throughout the entire night, was when Logan Paul was on the top rope, and he did this during his entrance too. He literally caught the drone that was flying in towards him, the drone that they use for drone shots. He literally caught it. He was on the top rope, very similar to what he did at SummerSlam, Crown Jewel 2022 when he fought at Roman Reigns, where he did the frog splash through the announce table. You know which one I'm talking about. He tried to do another viral moment like he did at Crown Jewel 2022, and he had this drone, and he was holding it while he was trying to do like a frog splash on top of Cody Rhodes, and you could see like the point of view of Cody Rhodes coming back up to the top rope and giving him a superplex from the POV of the drone. So you can see I got him doing a superplex. Thank God Penta's there because Logan Paul is literally balancing on that. Look how cool that looks. It literally looks like they're floating in midair. And then I have oh my God, that could have been bad. I almost just knocked over the camera, and that could have knocked over everything. But so you can see I got the phone in Logan Paul's hands. Close thing I got to a drone. I don't know what happened to my Vanguard 1 thing that came with the AEW Unrivaled figure, but this was still a very sick, very cool shot. And then they continued it on the shot, and then Jey Uso just comes flying in with an Uso splash. It looked really cool. And I just realized this. I think I had this spot out of order, but either way, we had another spot where I don't have the 2 announce desks, but you'll get the point. Jey Uso or Cody Rhodes was up here. John Cena had Cody Rhodes up for an attitude adjustment on Wade Barrett, Michael Cole, and Pat McAfee's desk, and then Jey Uso came in and speared John Cena. Well, Jey Uso was on the Spanish or whatever announce table. He leaped from that and then speared John Cena on top of the the main announce table. Didn't go through it because of those new stupid tables. You can't go through them. But either way, it looked very cool. You can see I got him bouncing on the steel steps and then just leaping on top of John Cena, about to spear him through that announcer's table. But since that didn't work, where he didn't go through that table, they had to do it again. But obviously, this was still a planned spot. Logan Paul, he went on top of to the top rope. Jey Uso was on the announce desk, and he leaped from the top rope up there all the way to the outside and did a moonsault to main event Jey Uso through the announce desk. That was the last we saw of those two. But look how cool this setup is. You can see I'm using the magical piece right there. You can see he's floating on the magical piece. He's on top of there, and he is about to flip over. He's mid-motion in the moonsault, about to crash through Jey Uso through the table right there. That one also looks very, very cool. And then we all know what happened next. John Cena, he was in the ring with Cody Rhodes. He slid in the ring. He was holding his Undisputed World Heavyweight Championship. He was holding it, and he sized up Cody Rhodes, hit him with the belt, just like he did at WrestleMania Night 2. And then a hooded figure with a ski mask came in and gave John Cena kind of like I guess you can call it a spear, as the commentators called it. It wasn't really a spear, but he tackled John Cena to the ground, and he's rounding and pounding him. And I was like, is that R-Truth? And I was like, because who else would be attacking John Cena? And then I saw him remove the hood and the ski mask, and what do you know, it's our freaking Truth, dude. Oh my god. And Triple H played this well. I don't know what to believe. I don't know if it truly was a work. I don't know if it was a shoot, that if he actually was fired and the We Want Truth movement actually worked, because obviously, if you're a wrestling fan, you know the context of what happened. But R-Truth got supposedly released last Saturday, and then obviously now they do it one Saturday later, he comes back to the WWE. But throughout the entire week at all the shows, they were chanting, "We want truth, we want truth." But no, "We want Carlitos." That's not cool. That's not cool. We don't get any "We want Carlito" chants. But yeah, obviously R-Truth is the bigger draw. But yeah, it's still crazy to me. I really didn't think he was gonna come out. I don't think anybody thought that R-Truth was going to come out and that it was actually like fake and it was a work. But I don't know who to believe. I don't know if it was an actual work or they listened to the crowd and actually re-signed him. I don't know. But still crazy. Still a very, very cool thing to do. But yeah, he speared John Cena. And then you can see back here, I got the setup. I don't want to knock everything over. But just look over here. You can see John Cena being crossroads by Cody Rhodes and getting pinned by Cody Rhodes. Cody Rhodes pinned John Cena. And that was it for the match. Cody Rhodes and Jey Uso came out with the victory. But what a way. Like, dude, what a way to win. R-Truth comes in, attacks John Cena. And apparently now his name is Ron Killings. I hope it's Ron the Truth Killings, like in TNA. But yeah, so he comes in and Cody Rhodes pins John Cena. So that probably means that we're going to be getting Cody Rhodes versus John Cena Part 2 at SummerSlam. So I guess, that'll be cool. We don't know which night it'll be. Maybe night 1, maybe night 2. Or maybe they'll do it at Night of Champions or Saturday Night's Main Event. But I doubt that. I don't know. Do you think they'll do R-Truth versus John Cena at one of the pay-per-views? Maybe they'll do like a proper send-off for R-Truth. Maybe they'll have him beat him. Maybe I don't want to say Night of Champions. I'd say maybe the next Saturday Night's Main Event they run it back in an actual match and R-Truth kind of comes close to winning, but he won't win. But yeah, still crazy, still an incredible ending. Like the last 15 minutes were good. I showed you all the cool spots. But yeah, what a last 15 minutes of that main event. But guys, that's going to do it for the main event talk on WWE Money in the Bank 2025. I hope you all enjoyed. Make sure to smash the like button, comment, share, subscribe. And guys, I just want to take the time to say, I told you how grateful I was for you guys getting the Money in the Bank video to like 1,300 views. That is absolutely insane. But guys, we gained like almost 10 subscribers from that video. We didn't even get a video. We got one video saying, let's get to 390 subscribers. And guys, we are 3 subscribers away from 400 subscribers. So guys, if you have not already, if you are watching this video, then definitely go subscribe. We are 3 away, dude, at the time of recording this video. We're at 397 subscribers. Then we'll be at 400 and we will be so close to 500 subscribers. My goal is to hit 500 subscribers over the summer. Help me accomplish that goal, but also help me accomplish the goal of hitting 400 subscribers. That's all you gotta do. Just tap the subscribe button. I know there's a lot of new, a lot of new people to this channel. Obviously, we're not even at 1,000 subscribers, and we already got like 1,200 views on the video. So I know some of you guys watched that video and are not subscribed. So definitely go subscribe because we put out banger videos, banger content here on the channel. So definitely go subscribe because it's not me missing out if you're not subscribed already. It's you missing out if you're not subscribed already. But definitely go subscribe. I'm at a loss for words for 2 things, obviously because of the channel and also because how cool of a show this is. This was. Let me know what you guys thought of the show down in the comments down below. I thought it was incredible. The women's Money in the Bank match, kind of disappointed. I thought it was going to be way better. Naomi should not have won. I think it should have been anybody else but Naomi. I don't know. I think that Roxanne Perez should have won, really. I don't know. But then the Lyra Becky match, that was pretty cool. And what was the other match? The Octagon versus Dom. I don't know. That kind of under-delivered too. But these 2 matches were insane, and they really made the show for me, in my opinion. But yeah, let me know which match you liked the most. Let me know what you think about Ron Killings coming back. Let me know what you think about the result of the Money in the Bank winners. But guys, you already know the drill. I am Frankie Spigo Life, and I'm signing out. Let's get to 400 subscribers. Peace!